Hey, good morning. Welcome to the field up here in beautiful sunny Salt Lake. I'm Patrick with Sunroc. I'm the General Superintendent of Construction. I wanted to go over some of the improvements we've made on our pipe trucks. As you can see here, we've shadowed out all of the tools. That way the crew can easily notice if something is missing. Everything has a home. Everything's labeled out on sizes on the socket wrenches, as you can see here. That way they're not digging or finding or struggling to get it. Everything's shadowed. This particular truck, his color is red. He needs to kind of touch that up, but that way we know if somebody else has his tools in the company, that we know it. If somebody has to have to borrow something or either way. But again, we're shadowed all the way down throughout all his boxes. Good, clean organization. One of the improvements this crew came up with is super awesome, is these awesome heavy duty magnets that Paul has, and they've kind of put some lanyards on them so that they can hang stuff. I've got a really cool improvement I'll show you that they've made with that momentarily. As we move on to the rest of the truck, one of the neatest improvements we've made as of late is we've done a time card improvement. And this time card is filled out with a dry erase marker that's got some Velcro on it. It sticks to the panel so it doesn't fall off. And this allows us to use a QR code to send it into the site superintendents to get the time entered. As we come over here and we zoom in on this time card, you can see that each one of them has a different name. That's for the different superintendents on the different sites. We have 31 active job sites at the moment. It has all the cost codes, and as well it has our time card submission checklist. This is really important. A lot of the times guys forget to leave the job number. Their name is irrecognizable due to their handwriting, and it's really kind of helped us in our process of making sure our time is accurate and making it easier on the supervisors. As we come around, we can see good organization in the back of the truck, very clean. One of the cool improvements that I was telling you about is the shovel rack. We've got this band that he uses to keep it secure when he's going down the freeway, just in case one of the magnets fails. But as you can see, they use a magnet, and you'll kind of get a better feeling for this momentarily as we go into some other improvements we've made. We come around the other side of the truck. We have good organization. They keep it clean. It really helps them understand what's where. You would say that we have an excess inventory of these fittings, but let me explain. These are like gold right now. They're really hard to get your hands on. So we definitely are keeping these as a smart inventory because you cannot get them. We move into his power tools here, and you can see that John has taken some PVC Schedule 40 pipe to hang his power tools up so they're not being rattled and beaten around. Paul made these. They're pretty sweet. John had to make some bigger ones for our bigger 1/2-inch guns that we use to put together water fittings. On top of that, as we move over here, we have our plastic wrap. This is what we wrap ductile iron pipe with. It's also what we wrap fire risers that go into the building. It's spring loaded, as you can see, so it rolls freely when it's unspring loaded. And then when you bring down the spring, it holds it and keeps it from unraveling when we're going down the freeway. Another quick improvement we've made is we've added a reel for the electrical cord. We've also got it very easily to connect. We've got a lead already plugged in. Makes the guys' life a lot easier, keeps the cord in better shape, keeps it from becoming an electrical hazard. The next improvement that we've done, which is really a safety issue, James, would you grab the hot saw for me real quick? And I'll kind of show you what the process was prior to this improvement. We used to have to take a hot saw like this to make this bevel, as you see on the edge. You have to bevel the pipe before you insert it. So James will semi-demonstrate what it was like before. You had to carry this big heavy saw, you had to bevel it on an edge, and really it was a dangerous process. So one of our other areas, who's also getting really cool with the lean improvements, found these router attachments for a die grinder that's battery powered. We've gone ahead and we've color coded them. The green for the sewer pipe, the blue for the water pipe. And this particular tool that we've implemented has taken a 3 or 4 minute process and turned it into about 15 seconds, and it's done safely. The guy that runs this crew, he came from metal fabrication, and this is what you call wizard wrap. And every pipe you have to put your home line on so that you know you haven't inserted it too far or that you've inserted it far enough. And this wizard wrap allows him to wrap the pipe to make a straight line around it. Pretty cool thing that he brought over from a different trade that he worked in before becoming a lead pipe hand. As we move over, we'll go over to our trench box and show some good improvements here. James will go ahead and jump in and demonstrate. We've created a ladder holder that bolts to the side of the trench box. It's got a chain to secure the ladder. Comparatively, it's very secure. You can see I can be pretty aggressive with it and it doesn't go anywhere. And this allows the excavator to continue digging and pulling the trench box along without damaging the ladder. As I said earlier, the magnets on the shovel. This is a cool thing. When he goes to drag the trench box, rather than have the shovel laying in the trench, it allows him to hang it on the side. He's also put a magnet on his level, and then we put a magnet on a bucket, as simple as that is, to keep our pipe soap. Our pipe soap is what we do, it's how we lubricate the pipe when we put it together. Whoop, have to edit that out. The next thing we demonstrate that we use the magnets for is our burrito wrap roll. And sometimes when we're laying sewer line, we have to wrap the pipe to keep the silt from infiltrating. And what that does is this really allows the guys to keep from having to carry this big 15-foot roll, probably 300 pounds to be honest. It's very heavy, and it keeps them from having to carry it in and out of the trench box. It rides safely on the side of the trench box. It rides very safely on the side of the trench box, and it's out of the way of the excavator. So it allows them to drag the trench box continually and ensure that we're not damaging it, and it keeps them from really kind of having to heave this thing in and out of the trench box. Makes their life a lot better, especially at the end of the day. At this point, we'll go over to our shoring trailer, and we'll kind of get into the improvements that we've made there.
Okay, now we're here in our shoring trailer. When we first got this trailer, things just got thrown in here. If you needed a specific size of ram, you had to, if it was on the bottom, you'd have to dig it out. You'd have to make sure, you'd have to pull everything out just to get one piece of tool. So we've done incremental improvements. We've slowly got this trailer up to tip-top shape. What we have done lately is we put color-coded tape on it. Before, we just had numbers written, and some of these numbers start to get scratched out. So we put color-coded tape, put a double ram. We also have single rams. Another thing that we kind of improved on an improvement is we put these boards here, strapped them down. They started sliding a little bit, so we put a toe board so they have no room to slide. As we go through the trailer, everything has a specific color. It's taped on the wall so we can see what it is. We have extra parts here, oil. They all have a specific place. They're all labeled out. We got our harnesses and stuff up off the ground so that they're in a specific spot. They get put back right there where they're at. Everything that we do when it comes to either a truck or our trailer or anything that we try to improve on, it's not to shatter the earth. It's to make incremental small improvements every day so that we can improve on our last improvement.